All right, TCF family, join me in congratulating Tim for being January's Member of the Month. Congrats, man.
Thank you.
Long time coming, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Dad was a little upset that he didn't get it before you did.
Yeah, well, stuff happens.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Yeah, so I'm 33. I usually attend the 6:30 p.m. class. Right now I'm working for a property management company called Secure. It's a subsidiary of the State Employees Credit Union. So we basically buy their we buy their foreclosures and turn them into rental properties in essence. So.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. So you have to go up and tell people they need to pay rent all the time and
Pretty much.
kick people out.
Yeah. That's certainly part of the job. Not a fun part, but
Yeah.
part of it.
Yeah. Jeez. And do you manage like a lot of rental properties in the area, or?
Yeah. We own probably around 1,700 across the state.
Oh wow.
So it's split into 6 different regions throughout the state. We usually rent them for anywhere between 3 to 7, 8 years, and sell them once we have enough equity in it.
Yeah. Okay. And then what got you into real estate, property management, all that stuff?
Yeah, I've always had a love for real estate, and rental properties and things like that. It's always made sense to me. My dad, growing up, owned several rentals, so I've just kind of been engulfed with it from an early age. When I was younger, he always did all the work on the properties himself. So when I was younger, he'd bring me along with him, and I'd be there either helping him or complaining about not wanting to be there. So
Yeah.
I just was kind of engulfed from an early age with all the ins and outs of it, and obviously that kind of helped lead me to where I am now with my current job.
So you start off hating it, and then you kind of turn into liking it.
Once you realize you can make money off of it, and you become an adult,
Yeah.
it makes it a lot easier. Yeah.
What's this thing we need? Money?
Right.
You can't just give me things and then come out of thin air or whatever. But cool. And then so do you have any like stuff that you do? I don't know if this is like a conflict of interest or whatever that you do by yourself, or is it just like through Secure or something like that?
I used to I moved from Greensboro about 5 years ago. So when I lived there, I did have some rentals of my own. But when I did move to Raleigh, I ended up selling those just because it's kind of hard to deal with check in on things when
So
you're
far
an
away.
hour and a half away. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
So no longer, not ruling it out for the future, but the real estate market, as you know, is pretty crazy right now.
Yeah.
Pretty much everywhere, especially in Raleigh.
Yeah.
So it's not a super great time to buy anything, but who knows what the future may hold there.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's all a guess game, right?
Right.
And so you're from Greensboro, so you're like one of the few people actually from like North Carolina
Mhm.
and stuff like that. I
Right.
guess why haven't you left yet?
Yeah. North Carolina's a place to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I went to state, was there for 4 years, so I just I have a love for state, and it's awesome being close to the school and everything, and pop into football, basketball games and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
Yep.
You go to a lot of games?
this year, not as much so. Only made it to one football game. Hopefully I'll be able to make it to a few basketball games coming up. The year before that, me and a buddy had season tickets to football. So that's a lot of fun, the whole tailgating scene and
Oh, yeah.
everything. So going to try to probably do that again next year. Hopefully the team will be halfway decent, which is always hit or miss.
Yeah.
Should be fun.
Yeah. I mean, you never know nowadays with the whole like transfer portal and things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't even know who we're gonna have on the team anymore.
No, not at all. Yeah, so that makes it kind of difficult, investing in season tickets when you don't know if you're a 1-win team or a 10-win team.
Well, also with state, like, I mean, if they're saying that we're going to be good this year or whatever, it's like, okay, just go ahead and plan for it to be a bad year.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, we're going to do terrible. Okay, go
Yeah.
start buying tickets now because it's going to be great.
Yeah. Yeah. Expectations are, always hit or miss.
Yeah, all over the place or whatever. And I mean, I think there was also talks about like Dave Doran like leaving or whatever, like he was possibly going to go to Michigan State or something like that. And I was kind of getting a little excited. Change up.
Yeah. Dave's definitely got a love-hate relationship with the fan base. You either, you're kind of on board with him, and this is probably as good as we're going to get,
Yeah.
or you're ready to kick him to the curb. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind Dave. I mean, I realize we're not going to bring him Bill Cowher or some Super Bowl winning head coach. So
Hey, you never know. You never know.
Yeah, it's true.
NIL and all that stuff. You get some really great players, and then you get a really great coach out of it and
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean, anything's possible, I suppose.
Yeah. I heard, or I was talking to someone in the gym. They're basically like, it's crazy how some of the college football teams, the players are getting paid more than what they would get paid as a rookie in the NFL. So some players are going to stay in college football longer, or however long they can, because they know they're going to get paid more and stuff like that, instead of going pro.
Yeah, it's a wild game nowadays. It's basically just a business. So yeah, kids, and you can't blame them, will go where they're going to make money. So it kind of sucks from a fan's point of view, just because you like that continuity year to year, knowing who's going to be on the team and everything, and it certainly makes the coach's job a lot more difficult. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to blame a kid if you're going to get paid, a couple
Millions.
$100,000 more at one school than another school. So.
I know there were some of the kids' salaries or whatever that got posted. I think they have to or whatever. But like some kids are getting paid millions or whatever. And like,
oh yeah.
What?
Yeah, I'd stay in school forever too.
yeah, I'd go back to school somehow and hope if I was getting paid that. And so I mean, you played basketball when you were a kid. Are you a True State fan and don't like basketball, or?
No, I'm a diehard State fan, so through the thin and thick. But yeah, it's been a lot more thin of late. We haven't won anything of substance since I was born in 1990. So, I mean, you never know what can happen, especially in the transfer portal days. We might just have one of those fluke years where we end up with a crazy roster, but I'm not holding my breath.
I just focus on football, and after football, then I go into watching something else or whatever.
Right.
Like, don't even focus on basketball. Wait till baseball comes around.
There you go.
And we'll get screwed around then or whatever. But yeah, so you played like basketball. You said travel basketball for like 7 years or something like that. It's a long time, and then you kind of just done some regular gym stuff before CrossFit and stuff, right?
Right. Yes, I mean, before I came to CrossFit, I was basically just YMCA, working out at Y, and workouts there just, were kind of the same every time I'd go, and it's always super crowded. So, I mean, you might go in, thinking you're going to do a certain workout, and then the equipment's taken up, and you end up doing something else, and you just leave feeling like it wasn't that great of a workout, and, the motivation's not always there to go and work out by yourself, with the earphones plugged in and everything. So, so CrossFit's just been a good change where, you go in, you don't have to plan anything ahead of time. Programming's already done. Coach is there to kind of explain the movement, to tell you, what you need to be doing and everything. And, the variety's great, something different every single day.
Yeah.
So,
All this time spent on your phone, texting, sort of thing.
Exactly.
You're more just kind of go or whatever. Or messing around, especially with the 6:30 class. Y'all joke around too much.
Yeah. We're known for that.
What was it? I think it was when like Ben was joining the class or whatever. I said, "Watch out for Kevin. Watch out. He'll start talking to you, and then he'll never stop or whatever."
Never.
But no, it's fun. It's really fun watching y'all or whatever. It's a cool group, like because you got Dad, you, Ben, Daniel, Kevin. Who else is in 6:30? Like Will and things like that. But y'all just joking around, hanging out, and having a good time. Kind of puts a little bit more fun into just come in, work out, go home. Sort of thing, right?
It's a great community. Yeah, you definitely look forward to seeing everybody every day. So it makes it a lot better.
Yeah, and so I mean, like you mentioned, you kind of have some great variety coming in, which is kind of what you were looking for. And then the community as well is super fun and kind of makes it a little bit more exciting and stuff like that. I mean, what other changes have you seen since joining the TCF family?
I mean, I'd say physical and mental both. So like physically, I mean, I never really worked out my lower body much, which is obviously a big mistake. But I mean, my legs and stuff have gotten much stronger since I joined the gym here. Cardio's certainly gotten a whole lot better. I mean, I thought I had decent cardio before I joined TCF, but I found out pretty quickly that I did not. So that's substantially better. And then I mean, mentally, it's tough workouts. Every workout's, very challenging. So, you always have that, voice in your head telling you, you know, you want to quit, you know. It's,
Slow down.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, I can't.
But that certainly provides some mental benefits too, you know, for the gym and, you know, outside the gym to, you know, just like keep pushing and, you know, have that steady work ethic through workouts.
Yeah. And I mean, it's always funny when the workout looks really easy. People are like, oh, wow, that was a lot harder than I expected. And it's like, okay, how long have you been coming? You haven't figured that out yet?
Right,
When it looks really easy, it's not usually that easy.
Right.
When it looks really hard, somehow it's a whole lot easier if it looks really hard on paper.
Yep, always.
Doesn't make any sense or whatever. That's good, man. And I guess anything that you would say to somebody on the fence about joining?
Yeah. I mean, it's worth the leap taking. I think. I mean, from the physical, mental aspects, and then I mean the community you get with CrossFit. I mean, it's just nothing you can really compare it to in any other gym you do or any other gym you would join. Yeah, it's been great for me. Been a member for about 1.5 years now, and yeah, I don't see myself going anywhere. It's been a great experience.
Yeah. Good, man. And then I want to add in a little bit of nugget if you stuck around this long or whatever. But apparently Tim's also a real big World War II nerd. So like why the heck are you a World War II nerd?
I don't know. I've always just been kind of fascinated by it. You know, you think about like where we are as a country now and like how divided everything is.
Yeah.
And you know, World War II, like we the country came together and such a tough time and, united and basically overcame evil. And I don't know, I've just always been fascinated by the movies and shows that, come up depicting the times and everything.
Yeah.
And there's so many of them nowadays. They pop up on Netflix and everything all the time. So, yeah, I don't know. It's always just been a fascinating period of time for me to kind of read about, study. I loved learning about it when I was in school. So, it's not something that a lot of people necessarily know a lot about, but yeah, it's always interested me. So.
Yeah. Do you like watch a lot of those movies on your free time or?
Yeah. Like Saving Private Ryan comes to mind. That's like one of my all-time favorite movies.
What's the one that's like really, really long? Is that Saving Private Ryan? The one that's like three hours long or something like that?
Probably. There's a lot of like anytime you see a World War II movie, it's usually a pretty lengthy movie.
Yeah.
Because a lot goes into making a movie like that with budget and stuff, so you might as well make it a long one, I guess. But yeah, Saving Private Ryan's pretty lengthy too.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then it's like it seems like a lot of people that are super interested in that war stuff. It's like they find the one that works or that like fits their whatever, and then they like really dive into it or whatever. Like we were talking about, like, okay, what are some interesting facts that you're like, I can just name off dates, whatever. It's like.
Yeah, just random dates. Like, I mean, some of the hero odds we do in here, like the D-Day workout on June 6th, Pearl Harbor, December 7th, stuff like that. Just kind of like stick with you. And it's, when that date pops up on the calendar, you think like how many Americans actually know like what today is. And it's not many, but it's
like what actually happened and everything like that.
Exactly. So, yeah, that's just always stuck with me, and I've just really been interested by it.
Yeah. Do you have like I know you said you got interested in school, but does your family have any tie to it or anything like that, or is it just like you thought it was really cool in school and then you kind of went from there?
I mean, I don't, to my knowledge, have any relatives that fought in World War II. I had, like both of my grandpas fought in Korea right after World War II, but no real ties to my family. Just it's kind of a lone wolf thing. I mean, neither of my parents really have that same like fascination with it. So I guess that's just kind of one of the odd things about me, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Well, I mean, being a State fan though, that kind of brings you back down to earth. And
exactly.
As long as you're not a UNC fan. I told who was it? There was a UNC fan that was trying to join. I said, well, you can't wear that color in here.
That's right. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah. No, it's not allowed. But Tim, anything else you wanna add?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I've loved my time with TCF so far. Like I said, it's been about 1.5 years, but I mean, it's been a great community. I love coming, after work every day. I mean, you don't even always feel like working when you get off, or feel like working out when you get off work. But the community aspect of the gym and everything always makes it something that you kind of look forward to. And you know, it keeps you coming back.
Yeah, it's like oh, I don't want to go today. You don't show up. The next day you see all these text messages. Where are we at? Where the heck? Come on.
Yeah. It's good accountability for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Well, awesome, Tim. Thank you again for coming out, sharing your story and stuff,
Thank you.
and congrats again for being January's Member of the Month.
Thank you, sir.